When I first started kettlebell training, I was so confused I didn't know whether to scratch my watch or wind my ass. Wait. And a lot of other busy professionals start off feeling the same way I did, which is why today I'll be sharing 3 things I wish I knew before starting training with the kettlebell. The first thing is you don't need 2 kettlebells of the same size to get started. Back when I first got started with kettlebells, I made the mistake of getting a pair of 2 kettlebells of the exact same size. But it turns out that there are a ton of unilateral exercises with the kettlebell that allow you to use one side of your body while still getting an amazing strength benefit. And if I had to spot a few different size kettlebells of different weights, ideally 1 light, 1 medium, 1 heavy, I would have had the right weights available to me for a wide variety of exercises. And if you need assistance selecting kettlebell size, you can check out this video here. But since I got started with 2 relatively light bells with the exact same weight, I didn't get much benefit from my lower body work, which was a bummer. The second thing I wish I knew is that dialing in your mobility while mastering the fundamental kettlebell exercises is crucial. Real talk fam, a ton of us work at desks these days and have this rounded shoulder position as a result. And because of this, a ton of us struggle with overhead movements like the single arm overhead press. Now imagine that you just neglected your mobility work and muscled your way through your overhead presses with shitty form. Fast forward and the first time you get exposed to something like a kettlebell windmill, which works your shoulder through an extremely broad range of motion while demanding core stability and good mobility as well, not only will you be unsafe, but you likely won't even be able to perform the exercise in the first place. So if you have tight hips, put in the work. Poor shoulder mobility, hammer it early. Because if you don't, let's just say poor mobility is the cock blocker performing more advanced exercises. Which leads me to the third and final thing that I wish I knew before starting with the kettlebell. And that's the forearm bruises with movements like the kettlebell clean or the kettlebell snatch are a real thing. And the key to avoiding said forearm bruises lies in the tiny details of hand positioning on the kettlebell. And hands down, the most common mistake I see is people death gripping the handle of the kettlebell, which makes it pivot in your palm and leads to a flop over the top. Kind of like this. Now, simply learning to loosen your grip as that kettlebell approaches mid-height will allow for a smooth transition when you insert your hand through the handle, which makes the kettlebell rotate around your forearm rather than flop over the top with that death grip. My preferred approach is to hug the corner on the pinky side of my hand when I am going in my backswing like this. So your hand slides smoothly up and down the handle. That looks oddly familiar. So if you found this video helpful and you want to keep the weight off for good, smash that subscribe button for more weight loss content for busy professionals. Until next time, stay humble, stay hungry, stay happy. Cheers.